Hello, this is Dr. Robert Sluka, and I'm here trying to answer your questions about microplastics. I got a great view of the beach, and just the other side, which maybe I'll show some pictures later, there's actually going to be a rocket launch today, so we're right near Cape Canaveral. So it's an exciting day. The beach is a bit more crowded than normal. But I want to get to your questions because you guys asked some amazing questions. And so one of them is, how does plastic get into the ocean? So if you look here at this beach, for example, you can see there's a lot of people, and they're bringing food, they're bringing plastic, they're bringing different things to eat. And so sometimes the wind's blowing. I'm trying to get out of the wind so you aren't hearing just wind blowing in the microphone. And sometimes it's just an accident. You know, you open up a bag and tear off the top, and a little bit of plastic flies away, and pretty soon it's gone. You don't know where it's at. Sometimes it's done deliberately. Some people, especially businesses, have to pay for waste disposal, so they have to pay somebody to take their garbage away. So they just say, hey, I'm going to save some money and just throw it in the water. It also sometimes gets there through rivers. Microplastics is an interesting one because it actually gets there sometimes through your laundry machine. You know, if you wash that woolly sweater, actually not wool, but if it's made of polyester, something that's a synthetic fabric that's got microfibers, all those little fibers, they get into the water, and they're so small the filters in the laundry machines can't catch them. And it goes into the sewer system, and the sewer system's filters are too big, it doesn't catch it. And so it ends up in the rivers, then it ends up in the ocean. So there's lots of different ways, either by accident, by deliberate fault, or even just by ignorance. We just didn't really realize what we were doing. So it gets our ocean full of plastic. Why is plastic considered a pollutant in the ocean? Why is it pollution at all? Maybe could it just be something out there? I think pollution has lots of different definitions, and I guess what I would say is that it's something that isn't supposed to be there, and that actually causes problems once it's there. So plastic is something that humans have made, and that's useful. A lot of really good things. There's a lady, right, a young girl there, carrying a big plastic tote. That's going to last for 10 or 20 years. That's a good use of plastic. And but see, there's a bag. Just as I said, I couldn't have rehearsed this, floating down the beach, and that's not a good use of plastic. And so it gets in the ocean. It's not meant to be there, and it doesn't go away. You know, plastic never goes away, and so it causes problems in the food chain. It makes it less beautiful, I think, which is a really important thing, and it's just not naturally meant to be there. The question was, how much plastic is there on the beaches of the world? And the answer is nobody knows. There is no answer to that. We're beginning to try to make some estimates, but it's really one of those questions that's out there that needs to be answered. So that means get out there, become a scientist, go out and count plastic. There's interesting questions to be answered. Someone asked how many water bottles I found as a marine biologist, and I don't know, but I know, for example, that I was doing a beach clean here on this beach with the National Park Service. This is Cape Canaveral National Seashore, one of our national parks. And in about an hour, I found over 100 bottle caps. So the caps were easier to find and maybe washed up more easily. So that was at least 100 bottles that were somewhere just in 1 hour of searching. So there's a lot of plastic bottles out there. Americans use billions and billions and billions of plastic bottles every year, and we don't need to. And so one of the best things you can do to help with this problem is to start using a reusable water bottle. So something that you can just keep filling up, and then we can stop using all those plastic bottles. It's really not necessary.